So I remember the exact moment it happened. I just received an email confirming that I was being invited to speak at an high-level leadership summit. I mean, something I had really dreamt about and wanted from my heart. It was a big audience, the right crowd for me, a stage that could amplify my message as a coach and my mission. Now, the version of me who would have been excited, the version of me that dreamed of this moment, should really have been excited about it and celebrating that finally here we come. But you know what? I didn't. Instead, I stared at the screen and my heart started racing. Not with excitement, but with doubt. A lot of doubt. And I really heard that familiar inner voice telling me, asking me, are you sure you are ready for this? What if they regret selecting you? What if you go up there and freeze? And here is one that really hooked me. What if this very opportunity ends up exposing you instead of elevating you? And so I did what I would have done before. I crafted the most professional sounding, polite, carefully crafted reply. I said, thank you for the invitation. I truly appreciate the opportunity. Let me take a few days to review my schedule and I'll get back to you. Now, it sounded wise. It sounded responsible. But to be honest, it was fear. And I knew it. You can't lie to yourself. I knew right there, this is fear speaking. And that night, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was excited, but because I was ashamed. Ashamed that once again, I had hit the brakes on my own breakthrough. Once again, I had mistaken anxiety for intuition. I was ashamed that I had let a scared part of me, the fearful part of me, take the wheel. I let the part of me that is scared take the wheel of my destiny. And the will of my dreams that I spent years building. And as I lay there looking at the ceiling, a deeper truth hit me. I have built a lot of my life on fear-based decisions. That hit me hard. And it wasn't the dramatic, obvious fear, but the subtle kind. The kind that wears the mask. The kind that it's not easy to tell. Let me be practical. I'm not ready. Let me wait for a better time. Let me play it safe for now and prepare. I like things when I'm ready. I just like to be prepared. I'm a professional. But it was all the same, a pattern of fear. I had said no to invitation that would have unlocked a lot and delayed launches, downplayed my great ideas, not because they were not the right ideas, but because fear had the final say. And a part of me knew that. And in that moment, as I looked at the stairs, I saw the pattern so clearly. Every time I let fear lead, I lost something. I lost momentum. I lost my confidence. I lost my true identity. And I lost trust in myself. And worst of all, I lost opportunities. And opportunities that never came back. Now, that realization right there, that was my... It hit me like lightning. And it wasn't just about this one decision. It was about how I had trained my mind. I had trained myself to believe that if it feels scary, it must be wrong. But what if that was backwards? What if the fear I was feeling wasn't a warning? It was a signpost telling me and calling me forward to my destiny. A signal that I was finally standing in front of something that mattered deeply to my heart. Something that could grow me, something that could stretch me, something that could reveal who I am, and something that could help me move forward. And that's when the real shift happened. See, I asked myself a simple question that I now give my clients every time I coach. Am I choosing this because I'm aligned with my truth, or because I'm afraid to fail? The moment I asked that question, I saw through the disguise. Fear was clever, but it was no longer in control of my life. And you know, fear can be clever, and fear can keep you confined in a place that you're not being called for. I opened my laptop in that moment and wrote back and told them, I'm in. Let's do this. And do you know what happened next? It wasn't perfect, but I tell you, it was powerful. I stood on that stage with my hands trembling. Because I wasn't leading from fear anymore, but trembling with the truth. I was willing to stand in the place of my truth, and I stood there with a steady heart. And even though my hands were shaking a bit and my knees were almost in fellowship, I stood on my truth. And that's why I'm telling you this. I'm not telling you this to inspire you, but to challenge you. Where in your life is fear making the decisions for you? Where in your life is fear calling the shots? Where are you saying no when your soul wants to say yes? Where are you choosing comfort over calling? You don't have to eliminate fear. You just have to stop letting it lead. Let your heart lead. The moment you do that, everything changes. I'm telling you, that moment changed my life. And this could be your turn right now. I mean, no pressure, no push, just presence. This could be your moment. This is not a story, it's reality. If this spoke to you, if this feels like I just put words to what you've been feeling quietly for years, I want to invite you to take the next step. So you can move from alignment. You move towards alignment, not avoidance. So what I'll do is this. I'll leave a free consultation session there together with my WhatsApp booking for my breakthrough session. And let's deal with that imposter called fear, so you can follow your dream and go and be all that God is calling you to be. You never know what the world has been waiting for you to become. Let's break the pattern and let's choose from truth, so we can stand on our power. It's possible, and it's going to happen because you make it happen. You got this. You got this. Now, if you've been following me and you've been blessed by what I'm sharing on this channel, I want you to share at least with 6 people. Remember, six people. Share at least with 6 people. Tell them to subscribe and follow this channel. Let's unleash our story and let's help as many people as possible to unlock their true potential. Let's get them out there in their true power. Let's be a blessing to the people we love. And so share this with at least 6 people in your inner circle and just watch as your life begins to shift for the better. God bless.